Guess what? It's still Tuesday. It's still February 13th. 13th. I hope I didn't say 18th in the other video. And it's still 2018 because I might have said February 18th, 2018 instead of February 13th, 2018. But this is Tone Loc. We're doing a part 2 to this. We're going to try to get through some more of these. Here's Tone Loc. Ah, he was awesome. You guys know Funky Cole Medina, and another song that I really liked, and I can't remember it. I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember these things really, really quick. Funky Cole Medina and Wild Thing. There we go. Okay, here he is again, Tone Loc. I should have just showed the other card while that was happening. And then Troop. Oh, look at the 90s hairstyles. Oh, you gotta love those. Gotta love. Look at this. Look at this. That's 90s right there, baby. That's 90s. Just dyeing one clump of your hair. Now, I didn't do that. I used to have like fro-like hair, but I don't have that anymore. It's thinned. So basically, we're continuing nostalgia tripping. This is the part 2 to the previous part 1 video. I don't know if anybody will watch either one of these, but I do want to do both parts of this video. And I'm not even going to get through all of these in 2 parts. So if anybody wants to see a third part with the rest of them, I doubt anybody's going to watch the first 2. So it doesn't really matter. So this is mainly for me, for my posterity, because I'm getting old and someday I'm going to want to watch. It's like, oh, look what I did. Look what I did. I listened to Luther Vandross. I have one of his albums. He was pretty good. He's a legendary R&B singer, but I didn't like him that much. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Is there any real reason why we have 5 cards for this guy? 5 cards. We're just going to kind of fan them out a little bit. You won't be able to see them all, but I'm going to make sure you can at least see that. That's right. That tells you how big of a star this guy was. That's right. He got 5 cards. Vanilla Ice. Maybe one of these cards is a repeat. But look at this. Look at this. He had 5. Yeah, one of them is a repeat. See, we had 4 cards. But it's a... Come on. And the complete set plus 1, I guess. But yeah, boom. But see, nobody remembers these cards. Nobody talks about these cards. And this is the reason why. Vanilla Ice was in it. I have the album to the extreme, and I did like that song. So, I did. I enjoyed that song. So, it's like, yeah. I still remember Ice Ice Baby very well. I almost could do all the words. Young MC. Off to the principal's office you go, and there was another song he had too. He had 2 hit songs. I liked Young MC. I'm not going to try to remember it. If you can remember it, you can scream at the computer. 24/7 Spies. I do not know who that is. Alias. I don't know who that is either. But I'm just showing it to you. Annihilator. Another band I don't know. So hopefully for some of you people out there, there's another card for Annihilator. We don't need to see that. Hopefully for some of you that might watch this, you might sit there and go, I remember them. Maybe you'll remember them. Blue Tears. It was really sad how most of the hair bands in the 80s looked like they should have been female bands. Their hair was better than most of the women at the time. Blues Travelers. These guys were super talented. John Popper. Very talented group. John Popper went on his own later on. Bonham. I don't remember Bonham. It looks like the other 3 bands that I've showed you recently. I think it's the same guys with different names every time. Cheap Trick. They are kind of... I'm not sure why they're not in the Legends section of this. Cheap Trick is considered, in my opinion, a circus of power. This looks like the roadies for the bands that I've just showed you. So, the roadies got together and did a band in the 90s. That one I'm sure a lot of you are going to like. I'm sure a lot of people will appreciate that. The Clash. That's right. They had a card. I'm sure the Clash is going, what? Why'd we have that? There's another one. There's another one of those hair bands. Crimson Glory. Another one of those hair bands. It looks like all the other hair bands. Cro-Mags. Now, I have never heard of this. That dude is psycho looking. And we have the Cult. Not the Cult of Personality, but the Cult. I don't think they probably want their 90s pictures up there, but that's what they got. Okay, so here you have 4 men, look a lot like women, and they're called Dad. I don't know. Let's see if we can find out what DAD stood for. Disneyland After Dark. That's what Dad stood for. Oh, you can't make that up. There's the damn Yankees. I think I remember them. I think they had a couple of hits. Dangerous Toys. I seem to remember them as well. If you could tell that this was the style for the 90s. Just a lot of leather and long hair for these guys, and they had to look pretty, I guess. Death Angel. Does any one of them look like they would bring death? No. They look like they'd bring you hair care products. But that's okay. It was the 90s. You could be weird. I don't remember her. I don't remember her. Doro. I don't remember her. Sorry. I got nothing. Let's read a little bit about Doro. Born in Dusseldorf, Germany, Doro Pesch joined the hard rock heavy metal local band Snakebite after studying to be a graphic designer. Okay. I think I'm done learning about Doro. Okay, so you've heard of Led Zeppelin. Have you heard of Dread Zeppelin? They are a Led Zeppelin clone band, are nothing but Zeppmania has taken a decidedly... Oh, these guys were humorous. I've never heard of them. And they have another card. Then you have Steve Earle. Bam, there's a Steve Earle card for you. Somebody tell me who Steve Earle is, please. Somebody tell me who Dave Edmunds is, please. Somebody tell me who the Electric Toys are. That's not what I picture when I picture Electric Toys. Energy Orchard. That's such a stupid name. Energy Orchard. Here we go. The 90s loved their Z's and they loved their X's. Here you go. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Oh, the 90s, we loved our Z's and we loved our X's. Loved them a lot. Europe, it's the final countdown. That was a good song. Really good song. Excel, there's another X. You got to get in that X. I don't know. Excel did not excel at being famous because I don't remember them, and I doubt a lot of you do. Here's Extreme. I think they had the song More Than Words. Maybe not. I don't know. And here's Fate's Warning. That's Fate's Warning. This is the first time maybe all the band has got black hair instead of blonde. Okay, I'll go with it. So far we're moving right along here. We still got a lot of a stack to go. We're not going to get through it all. Here we go. This is a legendary band from the 80s and early 90s, Fleetwood Mac. They really were very legendary. Forbidden. So you follow up legendary with not so legendary. And then we're going to take a look at Lita Ford. Not too long of a look at Lita Ford, though. It's like they had her... And then here's Giant. There's Giant. And the Goo Goo Dolls. Holy smokes, I didn't think that band was that old. I really didn't. Maybe that's not the Goo Goo Dolls I'm thinking of, but were they around? There you go. If you liked Beavis and Butthead, if you watch that nostalgia tripping, you'll love that. Gwar. That is a weird band, man. They do some weird stuff. I think they still tour. It's just a weird band. Here's Hanoi Rocks. I think I heard one song of theirs. There's Heart. That's another pretty good band from that generation. Hurricane Alice. Oh, come on. Where do people come up with these names? Somebody named a hurricane, then they named the band. The House of Lords. Obviously, yes. Obviously, it's got some British tie-ins or something. Hunters and Collectors. That's right, folks. I'm not making that stuff up. Those names are real. Okay, here we go. Somebody that a lot of us will know. Billy Idol. There you go. That is a classic rocker from the late 80s and early 90s. Colin James, not so much. Once again, following a legend with a not so legend. And then we're going to have... Oh, that's another Colin James. We don't need to see another Colin James. Here's the Jeff Healey Band, which, like I said, I wish I could remember what some of these guys are doing. I'm just kind of giving you guys, here's Jet Boy. I've noticed that a lot of the band names from that time were terrible. So there's Jet Boy. There's King's X. Once again, there's the X. Look at the X. I'm surprised Kings isn't spelled with a Z. And then you have Kings of the Sun. So you have King's X, and then these people are the kings. These four guys, Kings of the Sun. When you worship the sun, you worship those four guys. And there you go. This, this is Kiss without the makeup. This is when they thought that they were going to do all that stuff without all of the theatrics. And I guess not a lot of people liked it. And then here's them with the makeup. Obviously, they made a very quick decision to go back. It's like, no, get back, get back, get back. Kicks. There you go. Once again, there's that X. We should have counted how many X's and Z's were in some of these names. Hey, here's a great TV show. Law and Order. Which one of those? None of those are Ice-T. I don't get it. And then here we have, wow. Here we go. Little Feet. I don't know what they're trying to say about those guys, but Little Feet. And then Living Color. Cult of Personality. Great song. Then they did another song called Glamour Boys. That was okay. Not as good. Living Color again. You don't really need that. We don't need to see multiple. The London Choir Boys. I don't want to know why they called themselves Choir Boys. Lord Tracy. So you had Lords of the Sun, and there is, instead of Tracy Lords, Lord Tracy. It has to be a play on the name. Don't have time to read it, though. The Lynch Mob. Boom. That's not... You know what? There was a rap group called The Lynch Mob, and now there's a metal... Well, they came first, I'm guessing, because the Lynch Mob... Oh. Yngwie Malmsteen. Yngwie Malmsteen. Somebody tell me how to pronounce that name. But he's Swedish-born Stratocaster master. Yngwie Malmsteen. Yep. There's Steve Miller. Probably a rock and roll legend there. How about we do historic concerts? Jefferson Airplane, February 4th. I guess this is a ticket? Really? Really? So there are football cards out there with Super Bowl tickets on them? So we have Eddie Money. He had a couple of pretty good hit songs at that time. Motorhead. At least now, you know, there you go. There's Lemmy. Or whatever the lead say, Mr. Big. Some of these bands. There's the wild man himself, Ted Nugent. Hunter, Nut Job, one giant hit song. There's Ted Nugent again. We don't need to see Ted Nugent multiple times. There we go. How you like that? Ozzy. Remember when he didn't look old? Hell, you don't have to. Now you just refer back to this card. I'm going to show you another one. This is where Ozzy looks just psychotic. That's Ozzy at his best right there. That's Ozzy at his best. Yeah, I miss that Ozzy. Michael Penn. I don't know if he's Sean Penn's brother. Probably not. There we go. Now this guy is one. If you're going to talk about one of my rock gods, it's this guy. Tom Petty. That guy's amazing. Amazingly talented. Rest in peace, brother. Rest in peace. He was awesome. Pretenders, very good. She's very talented. Pretenders again. Pretty Boy Floyd. We're going real fast now. Pretty Boy Floyd. And I don't think we're going to get through many more of these. This is, oh, well, we got to get through this one. Quick story. Rat. Rat holds a special place in my heart. The very first cassette I ever bought. Very first cassette. When I had my own money, the very first cassette I ever bought was Rat's Out of the Cellar. And I listened to it hundreds and hundreds of times. I love that album. I've tried listening to it recently, and I go, oh, there's a couple songs I still like, but I can't listen to the whole album. If I decide to do a part 3 to this, I'll try to do it. I mean, I still have this stack. So, I might still do it just for my own amusement, because this is amusing to me. I don't know if it'll be amusing to anybody else. But with all that being said, to the troops, past, present, and future, thanks for the freedom.